The Streets Traffic and Refuse Committee will be called to order. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Alderman Moore, Alderwoman Murphy,
Here.
Alderman Coder, Alderwoman Martin,
Here.
Alderwoman Boyd,
Here.
Alderman Bosley, Alderwoman Middlebrook,
Present.
and Chairman Boyd.
Present.
Five present, you have four.
Okay, Madam Clerk, please excuse the alderman from the 3rd, the 7th, and the 4th due to necessary absence.
So noted.
I move to approve the minutes from Tuesday, May 14th.
Second.
Been moved and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. Board bill up for review, we will start with Board Bill 16, sponsored by Alderman Kotor, presented by Alderwoman Martin.
There you go.
And do you have someone who wants to sign up to speak on the bill?
Sure, okay.
Okay.
All right, you can just, sign up and then sit next to me if you like and answer any questions.
Thank
If you're for or against it.
you. Yeah.
God bless you.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Alderwoman Moore, go ahead, proceed. You're recognized.
Thank you, good morning. I'm here to handle, this board bill, for Alderman Coder, for development in his ward. It really is pretty simple, even though we say that all the time. But it is vacating an old fire lane. And, there is a letter from Rich Bradley, on the back here as an exhibit.
As well as Captain Walt from the Federal Fire Department on the backside. of it.
Oh, okay, I was looking for that, all right,
No, we-
thank you.
Okay, you wanna tell us the purpose of this?
I will, let the developer handle that.
Okay. Tell us who you are.
Mr. Chairman, members of the committee, my name is Tom Ram with Armstrong Teasdale. I represent Opus Development Group. And what happened here is in 1961, Russell Avenue between DeKalb and Second Street was vacated, but a fire lane was to remain on Russell Avenue, Russell Avenue is now gone, but the fire lane still exists under the 1961 ordinance. So we're asking that that fire lane be vacated, even though it doesn't exist under the law, so that we can build a building at 161 and through 181 Trudeau. That's what it amounts to.
Okay. Let's go around and take questions. Alderman Murphy.
Sounds fine to me.
Good, thank you.
Alderwoman Martins presenting. Alderwoman Boyd.
It's in his ward, right?
It's in
That's right.
It's in the 7th, yes, ma'am.
Yeah. I'm fine.
Okay, thank you.
Alderwoman Middlebrook.
No questions.
Yeah, out of curiosity, it's probably vacated, but are pipes still under there? Will it impact the development at all? Will they have to do some shut-offs in different places?
This is Dick Van Siever and Ryan Carley from Opus.
Okay.
Morning. We've worked through with the city.
You can take that seat right there.
Sure.
Tell us again who you are.
Ryan Carley with Opus Development Company representing the developer. Good morning. Yes, we've vacated, we've been working with Board of Public Service and all the utility providers that had maintaining easements in those old vacated streets and alleys and have further vacated their rights underneath those old vacated streets and alleys.
Out of curiosity, is MSD sewer pipe still in that location?
There are some sewer pipes that are there. We are installing all new systems for MSD.
Okay. So you just reroute?
Exactly, and tying into the existing system that's off our site, but installing all new systems.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
I entertain a motion on Board Bill 16.
Second.
I move we pass Board Bill 16 out of committee with a due pass recommendation.
Okay.
Second.
Then moving to second, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Alderman Moore, Alderwoman Murphy,
Aye.
Alderman Kotar, Alderwoman Martin,
Aye.
Alderwoman Boyd,
Aye.
Alderman Bosley, Alderwoman Middlebrook,
Aye.
Chairman Boyd.
Aye.
You didn't call me.
Are you on the committee, Carol?
You're on the street.
Oh, that's fine.
You're here because of the
Sorry.
bill.
Sorry, we didn't need
It's
the roll
too,
call
it's
this
too
time.
early.
I'm sorry. And I actually took the double look too.
Okay, Board
my
Bill
bill.
16 comes out of committee with
There
due
you
pass
go.
recommendation. Thank you.
More
Thank you.
support than it
Thank
needs.
you.
Oh, my Lord.
Okay, next Board Bill before it is Board Bill 22, sponsored by
Well, there you
Alderwoman
go.
Howard. You wanna
Here's your
take
moment
this
to
front
shine.
seat?
I will take the hot seat. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
That is so funny. She was serious too.
And while you're sitting here, you're gonna vote,
Right.
you know.
You didn't call me.
I was somewhere and I said, I voted and I wasn't even part of it, and I can't remember.
Okay, Alderwoman Howard, you are recognized on
You-
Board Bill 22.
Thank you, Streets Committee, of which I am not a member.
We can establish that, okay?
You have before you Board Bill number 22, which is an ordinance instituting a 5347 Nottingham Parking District. This is to allow parking for a church that's being converted into loft apartments. I believe there will be 18 of them. It was a former, what was it, Southampton Presbyterian
Yeah.
Church. And it's been vacant for, well, it's been used, but it was vacant, the congregation vacated it probably 10 years ago or so. And they used it for a little theater, and now I have a developer that's taken it over, and he's subdividing it into 18 apartments. The deficit of it is that there was no parking because they built this church, I guess, for neighborhood people to walk to. So it would never be able to be a church again, so we're making it this, and what they're gonna do is have, I guess, angle parking in front of it, and then the developer has also purchased a lot, you all may have heard, the Macklin Deli that burned last 4th of July. He's purchased that vacant lot, so he will have parking there and then around the building. And this is to allow him to issue parking permits for that designated parking for his lessees. So that's all I have to say. Is this are there any questions?
Okay, Alderwoman Murphy.
No questions. The parking permit, is that for the people to park on the street and the lot?
The lot, they will not need a permit, I don't,
Okay.
unless he chooses to do that. I
Okay.
guess he could choose to do that so that he knows who
I
is
just wondered.
authorized to be on his lot. But this is mainly to designate so police can enforce
'Cause
parking
it is
around the
Tight
building.
there, I said, it's
I
so
would-
nice that it's built, you know,
Close, yeah,
yeah.
and
They
it's
always
being
say,
used.
lack of parking is a good problem to have. It means you're going,
It's-
moving
things are
forward.
moving good, yeah.
Anyway, no more questions, thank you.
So,
Okay, Alderwoman Martin.
No questions.
Alderwoman Boyd.
So they're looking at on the lot, I mean, on the street.
mhm.
Okay, not the lot, okay.
It'll
that's
be
fine.
street and lot park.
Okay, it'll be parking for both ways.
Right,
Okay,
right.
where it wasn't at first.
No, at
Okay,
first it was
because-
just big street, and then that lot became available, so he
Okay.
bought the lot. And so it's gonna be both. There isn't enough parking on the lot
Uh-huh.
for all the tenants, so he's expanding it. I think there'll be 17, I can't remember, 10 pays,
18.
yeah. 18, there are 18 units, but, and there'll be enough parking on, with the combination for everybody to have at least one space.
So would that impact the other residents that live around that area? That, cause it's a residential, correct?
Right,
So would it impact those residents?
okay. Mackland is a commercial district, small
Uh-huh.
commercial business district. And then, the other streets, the westbound, eastbound streets are all residential. yes, it may, but it's designating these people have the ability and they have designated parking space
By the church.
by the church.
Okay,
Those, I guess, people that may be using that parking for their own personal parking may be impacted, but,
Clean out their garage.
you know, if it's in front of their home, it won't impact them. And it is gonna bring more people into the area.
okay.
Good news, bad news, but,
Right.
you know, we
You
always
gotta
want
give
more
and take.
people. Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Okay,
so.
that's fine.
There are people that aren't real pleased about it.
I was like, I know
always
you're
are.
probably getting some resistance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's
okay,
always, you
yeah.
know, there's some people that live in the city but wanna live in a suburban or
Right,
country
private
country
cul-de-sac.
environment,
Right,
yeah.
right.
And it
They
doesn't
want
work that
open
way.
space, it's like,
Yeah.
no, we live in an urban environment.
Right, right, okay.
So, any other, I'm sorry.
That's all I have.
Okay, Alderwoman Middlebrook.
No questions?
Okay, I'll entertain a motion on Board Bill 22.
I move that we pass Board Bill 22 out of committee with a due pass recommendation.
Second.
It's been moved in second.
Previous roll?
Hearing no objection to previous roll, Board Bill 22 comes out of committee with a due pass recommendation. Next Board Bill before us is Board Bill 14, sponsored by Alderwoman Davis.
Oh, 14C, which one? We got C.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can.
I got a bunch here.
One is the claim comment.
Oh, I get you. I see the markings now, okay.
Okay, Alderwoman Davis, you're recognized on Board Bill 14.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
We have to do 14 first.
So, I'm back before the committee. I believe that we have taken care of everything in the committee substitute for Board Bill 14. And it's been reviewed by all of the concerned, and I'd like to move that forward today.
Okay, I move to place Board Bill 14 committee substitute before the committee for consideration.
Second?
Been moved in second. Any objection to previous roll? Hearing none, Board Bill 14 committee substitute is before us. Alderwoman Davis, just kind of explain, just
what'd we do?
go back over
I
what the
shall.
changes were.
I shall. So originally, in the original board bill, we had a request for 28 street signs that were going to be on both sides of the street, starting at Grand and Lindo, moving all the way to Grand and Lafayette. After careful consideration and some input from the street department and others, we have reduced that number, and it will be, and we also have a phase in this. I think the first year, we'll have a number of those signs up, that the total is 12. And those will be at the intersections of Grand at Lindell, the crosswalk, which is West Pine there by the university, Laclede. My next one is Shoto, then, I think we added Vista. We added Vista, and then we went up to Park and then Lafayette. So it's gonna look better, I think, and I think that everybody is pleased with it that's working on that committee now. So those will all stay up for 1 year, and then we'll take down half of those the following year, where we will end up with signs at just the major parts, which is Lindell, Laclede, Shoto, and Lafayette.
Okay.
Okay?
We'll go and ask questions for the committee. Alderwoman Murphy.
No questions, because I was here the other day, and that's
Right.
what we
Thank you.
decided.
Alderwoman Martin.
No, it's my understanding that everybody's happy, so, sounds good to me.
Alderwoman Boyd.
No, you did a good job maneuvering that to make it
No,
work.
girl, I was walking on eggshells. Thank you.
Alderwoman Middlebrook.
No questions.
All right, thank you.
I just want to commend you as well. I thought 28 was quite a bit.
Yeah.
But you have to let people,
Yeah,
feel a certain way for a moment, and,
right,
yeah.
and then,
So I'll entertain a motion on Board Bill 14 committee substitute.
shall I be the one? I recommend that we pass Board Bill 14 CS out of committee with a due pass recommendation.
Second.
It's been moved in second. Any objections to previous roll? Hearing no objections, Board Bill 1420 substitute comes out of committee with due pass recommendation. Okay, that wraps up our committee.
Thank you.
Traffic and
Thank
Refuge is
you.
adjourned.